Our next discussion is on seizing opportunity, and I'm pleased to introduce to you the next 5 dynamic women: Stacey Abrams, Karen Brady, Rachel Ewald, Molly Fletcher, and Mary Ellen Garrett. Ladies, each of you has been a trailblazer, setting first within your organization or industry. So first, what led you to get out of your comfort zone, out of your safety zone, and seize new opportunities? And address the audience, if you would.
I think seizing the opportunity really comes from what your passion is and where your desires lie. And one of the things for me when I first started in my career, I needed some real balance. Because those of you who are out there starting your careers, or maybe even the middle of your careers, are looking for time figuring out how to do things. And I think the balance of having the support system of your family, your support at the office, look for ways to give you that support, and look for the people in your lives who will help you stay grounded. Just like my mother just asked me if I was going to finish my salmon before I went up to speak today. So thank you, Mom, for grounding me. So.
And also, in that same note, what I found my passion was children. And growing up poor with a lot of children, I knew that we had love. And through the fostering experience that my husband and I, my family did, we saw these children who didn't have opportunity, but we did have an opportunity to change that fact for them, and decided to just open it up and give people a venue that they could step in and help. There's always something someone can do, and we seize the opportunity to bring the awareness out and let people know that these children are here and they need you, and there is something you can do.
Passion, I was just going to say passion is like, I got a ditto because I've clearly found my passion through work, but I've never been one that's been afraid to raise her hand and volunteer for something. And I also feel like my illustrious team, most of them are sitting here in the audience, that I need to lead by example. I can't be afraid to step out and do, and I also can't ask my team to do anything I wouldn't be willing to do myself. So passion's important. My job is to manage all the toys and the non-car product that is sold through our wholesale auctions across North America and Canada. So I'm an avid motorcycle enthusiast as well. So I found a passion. I raised my hand, and I think the executives above me and above all of us really are looking around and saying, who's not afraid to raise their hand? Who has a passion for what they want to do? Because you're instilling confidence then in those leaders to know that you've got this, that you're going to take it, you're going to make it go, you're going to grow it, you're going to build it, you're going to own it, and the passion is critical for all of that.
And echoing on passion, I think that you'll know if your passion is great enough if your passion overcomes that fear sometimes that people have. So I just think when you have enough passion, it will suffocate in many ways the fears that may exist inside you relevant to something that you want to go and do.
I would return to Mary Ellen's point and point out that for a lot of us, I think we never had a safety zone. We grew up with parents and with family members and communities that never really let us get comfortable. Like Paulette, I grew up in southern Mississippi. My mom used to refer to us as the genteel poor. We had no money, but we had lots of class. But I watched both of my parents create a space for us that was very different than a lot of our neighbors and a lot of a lot of our cousins and other family members. And at the age of 40, my parents decided to become Methodist ministers. And so they stepped out of their comfort zone. They have 6 kids. I'm the second. I was a junior in high school. My older sister had just started college. But they moved all of us from Mississippi to Atlanta so they could go to Emory. And watching my parents take initiatives, not just talk about what you should do. They didn't talk about service. They did service. They didn't talk about taking chances with education. They took those chances. And they didn't talk about who we needed to be. They simply led by example and never created a space where we didn't think that we were supposed to do more.
So what was the tipping point for you? When did you know this was the right move? This is what I was supposed to be doing?
I feel like I get a daily dose of knowing I'm doing the right thing. And that daily dose really comes from communication. And it's the communication that you have with your clients or the people you serve, with the people that you work with, your colleagues, and with your family. If you have an open line of communication, that communication will continually tell you that you're doing the right thing.
I would say in my world, when the Tea Party and the Progressive Democrats both say thank you in the same day, even though you've... it's a good day.
I think my point was when, I had 9 children in the house only because there weren't enough foster homes to take 5 siblings, and we still had our 4 home. And I thought, we've got to let people know that there's something there. That was an opportunity for us, and we decided that something had to be done, and all of a sudden the community was starting to bring things over to the house. Well, we know if you can't use it, someone else can, and we thought, this is definitely something that people can do to help and open up more homes that are loving and quality versus just placing children.
So what skills do you have that helped you and allowed you to succeed?
Laughter, absolutely. No question, got to have laughter. I think it's important also to have kind of a self-deprecating sense of humor. And customer comes first. Exceed your customer's expectations, always. That was part of the intro that they mentioned about me. But I think a sense of people. I think a sense of self. I think a sense of open recognition for a job well done. That communication's really important, but definitely a sense of humor.
I think the value also of relationships and just understanding how special they are and that you have one shot to build an awesome reputation for yourself and connect with great people and use that and use it wisely and be careful with those. The desire and the interest in being vulnerable in life, I think, is incredibly important. The desire for authentic relationships, real relationships, strong, authentic relationships is important. And I certainly think listening, somebody had talked about that. Listening is so important. We can learn so much from each other. And certainly all the awesome women in this room I know could all be sitting up here themselves. So congratulations to all of you and what you've each done.
I also think it's important to say what you do and do what you say so that people know that if you commit to something that you're going to follow through.
And in addition, I would say I believe it's most important to treat everybody the same. I remember a lesson my dad taught me years ago, and it was a lesson on how to talk to people, how to say hello to everybody, how to see how they are, how to be empathetic. And I think treating people the same is one of the most important lessons my family ever taught me.
Good advice. Ladies, thank you so much. We appreciate your time and your insights. And we look forward to speaking with you later this summer.